Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're coming from. Appreciate you coming back out to Dan's Trades. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Please read the disclaimers, purely for entertainment and or educational purposes only. All right, so today I did not record the trade that I was actually in. Didn't have Camtasia running, so I was going to do a quick trade review. I did enter off a 30-second chart. Here was the trade idea. We had the 10 o'clock news candle, high and low, sell side liquidity below, buy side liquidity above. 9:30 open is right here. While I'm here, actually, stand by one quick second. Okay, so I jumped over on the 1 minute chart because that's what this is here. This is the first presentation from Monday in this box. And I'm going to draw in today's first presentation live with you. So I'm on RTH. So this is the RTH gap down there, opening range gap. Looks like we might have had a tiny one, but this is exactly an immediate rebalance to the tick on a 1 minute chart. So no fair value gap there. Price did all of this, no fair value gap until right here, which I find extra interesting because we're going to label that one for today. Today is 11/26. First presented opening range fair value gap is what that stands for in my nomenclature. And it's actually embedded inside Monday's fair value gap. I don't think I've seen that yet, so that's a new one for me. Very interesting as to why price turned where it did right there. So there's a 1 minute view of it. Let me jump back over to the 30-second chart, just since that's where I was, and it is laid over there. So that just gives me more and more confidence to make sure I have those marked up. I did have yesterday's pulled over. As I mentioned, it's all the way over there. That doesn't matter, but that's fine. I actually literally did miss that today. So I'll add that to my rules. That's a great reason why we didn't make it to the sell side liquidity, or excuse me, the buy side liquidity up here. Two first presentation fair value gaps embedded in themselves. So what I did take the trade on though, as we swept sell side liquidity, tapped into this daily fair value gap, which is what these quadrants are down here, back from Tuesday early in the morning, 5 o'clock today. So we tapped into that upper quadrant, rejected it, price never closed below. Once price closed above, so we actually had multiple fair value gaps here. If I draw these all in to show, clone this one, we have another 30-second right here. So there's two inversion fair value gaps. Sell side liquidity is taken, so I'm targeting buy side. So one PD array, second PD array, multiple PD arrays in here supporting. And once I saw that price was closing above this one, this was my trigger for entry. Yes, it did pull back. Yes, I did live through a little bit of drawdown. It is the week of Thanksgiving, so I have low expectations. I'm not looking for extremely crisp and precise price delivery, which is also probably why it didn't come up all the way to take this out, because we do also have FOMC minutes being released this afternoon. So good candidate for consolidation, engineering of liquidity on both sides. It is currently still only 12:44, so we have another hour and 15 minutes until that FOMC meeting minutes comes out right now. We see price currently is right here. That's live price. Markets are open. So back to the trade. Entry was based off of this inversion fair value gap on a 30-second chart. Stop was below the lower quadrant, 38 points away, so I was targeting 50 points, give or take. And so we lived through this small amount of drawdown. We see if I do mark in the other fair value gaps along the way. It's the nice thing is once you see in these things, you don't have to draw them in constantly. Here's a beautiful fair value gap that it respected. Bulk below, wicks doing the damage, body's telling the story as always. Price ran up, just about took my target at 21,000 and came short. Then we started rolling back down. Since we closed below this first presentation, that's when I cut the trade off early. I didn't wait for it to get down to my stop, which was trailed up. And let me grab a screenshot that I had from inside my other system here. Alright, so I grabbed a screenshot that I sent over to a trading buddy of mine. Here's when I was in the trade. You can see the stop was at the 910.25. Target was 21,000 on the nuts. 206 ticks, targeting the high of this candle, which was the 10 o'clock news candle again. So entry, move the stop on the next one. So there I had the stop placed just below this 5-minute candle. There's where it was working through the first presentation fair value gap. So that's where it was live in the trade, since you didn't see the recording. But that was, as you see, market live, we're open. And there's the result of it. So entry right there, exit right there for 30 handles on a Tuesday. I'll take it. So that's a quick wrap of today's trade review. Doing my video journaling and expecting consolidation, and we're just kind of range bound right here. We'll let that sit and let that cook. We'll see what the meeting minutes announcement brings out. Maybe we'll take a trade in the afternoon, maybe we won't, but I'm plenty content with those 30 handles. So I'll take that. All right, that'll probably wrap it up for today. Thanks for coming out, and we will talk to you soon. Remember, tomorrow is promised for none of us. Live for today. Take care.